Okay. Hopefully, this means that everything will be working again. I was having a few issues, but I think most of them are fixed, and I might have made it look a bit better. I hope. But we'll see. Anyway, I just gotta continue talking to the people at Highbridge here. I did at least fix a weird resolution issue that I was having with Final Fantasy, so that's good. Have I seen a masked man wearing a dark robe? No, I haven't, nor do I wish to. Business is bad enough without shady characters lurking about. Folk have been giving Highbridge a wide berth because of all the Keeker and raiders. None but the most devout of pilgrims are willing to come here anymore. Judging by your expression, I take it you didn't learn much of use. Look, I'm sorry for the rudeness earlier. It's just that things are tough for us merchants at the moment. The Keeker and raiders are so constant, so organized, we're beginning to suspect that someone is orchestrating it all. I tend to put my own welfare first, like most of us do, but that doesn't mean I'm a bad person. I promise to keep an eye out for your masked man. If I see or hear anything, you'll be the first to know. I've finally got some honest-to-God's information on your masked man. Why so confident? Because I saw him with my own two eyes. I was out for an evening stroll minding my own business when I noticed a column of smoke rising off a cliff over at Thal's Respite. Curious, I took myself there to find a masked man, your masked man, I'm sure of it, standing by a fire. As if in answer, some Keekern appeared soon after, and the group began talking at length. I'm afraid I was too far out of earshot to hear much of anything. After the group had dispersed, an idea came to me. If I were to use this smoldering coal to start a fire, you might be able to arrange a similar meeting. It will be dangerous, I shouldn't doubt, but you've proven yourself more than a match for a pack of rats. So, what did you think? What do you think? That's some sound, reliable information, even if I do say so myself. Well worth all the lingering about you've been doing, wouldn't you say? Alright. Now we're talking. Ugh. Messing around with all those settings and almost knocked me out. Back so soon? Were you able to find any clues leading to your masked man? Destroyer. Scroll. Impress a prayer to Ralgar, the Destroyer. In case you're unfamiliar, Ralgar is the guardian deity of Alamigo, which is currently under Garlean rule. It's highly uncommon for folks of other nations to revere him. I'd wager my last guild that your assailant was an Alamigan. It seems this masked man of yours is very well connected. I must confess, the merchant in me envies such a diverse network of contacts. That selfsame merchant also senses danger ahead, and darkness besides. Are you certain you'd rather not take things nice and slow here at Highbridge? Maru has a suggestion to help you with your investigation. The Alamigan bandit you had run in was somehow connected to your masked man of mystery. So it stands to reason that if you want to pick up the trail again, you should head toward Little Alamigo over in southern Thanalan. Just so you know what's to expect, the settlement is the favored destination for those refugees who couldn't, well, adapt to life in Ul'dah. The hearts of the denizens are said to be as barren as the wasteland they live in, and for all intents and purposes, it's a lawless place. Be prepared for a not-so-warm welcome. Now, I'm not certain how much a help she will be, but it just so happens I have a daughter who has relocated to Little Alamigo. Her name is Hihira, and it shouldn't hurt to seek her out first. And while you have her attention, I'd be obliged if you could send my love. Not a day goes by that I don't think about her. Suppose this is it then. I had hoped that you would linger here a while, cull some fiends, spend some coin, what have you, but something tells me you're destined for greater things. Wherever it is you end up, I wish you the best. Thanks. Hehe, Baru. I can just tell. Bunch of those Vesper Bay tokens. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Why, yes, Hihibar is my father. He said, what? Wish I could be a better daughter to him. It's just that... Oh, I'm sorry. I shouldn't bother you with family matters, but I am grateful to you for delivering the message. Now then, what brings you here? Masked man, I'm afraid the description doesn't ring any bells, but one of the others here may have seen something. I would recommend you first speak with Gundabald, the leader of the settlement. I must warn you, though, he isn't exactly accommodating to outsiders. Who are you? State your business and be quick about it. Looking for a masked villain, you say? Why should we help you? We struggle enough without having to answer to the whim of every outsider. Not welcome here. Be... Rip. Well, that's the end of my adventure, I guess. An adventure. I'm Gizelbert. Head of security here at Little Almila. I've heard that you had business with Gundabald. Knowing the bristly old bear, I don't doubt he told you to bugger off. Owing to their hardships, the refugees don't trust anyone but themselves, not even my men, and I can get so much as a word of thanks, despite watching the place day and night. But thanks or no, I try to help my fellow man when I can, and you seem a decent sort. Tell me what brought you here. Might be I can give you a hand on the trail of a masked villain, you say. Can't say that sounds familiar, but I have men on lookout for a Malja to the south of here. there's been any suspicious activity, they're like to have seen it. I had a mind to take them each a cup of sweet Thanalan tea so as to lift their spirits. If you were to run this little errand in my stead, they'd all be the more willing to tell you what they know. Alright. Well, let's, some tea then. No, ain't you considerate. My thanks, friend. What's that? A masked villain hiding among the refugees? Like as not. My compatriots as live here go about as though they're dead on their feet. They're impossible to tell what's on their minds. For all I know, they're all up to no good. Well, Migo doesn't seem like it's doing too well. You there, you and Amalja? No? Then carry on. Ah, this sophisticated aroma. It's been forever since I had to drop a sweet thing. I'm gonna enjoy this. I'm not a masked man. Don't know, don't care. Unless he's got a dark, scaly skin, stands 10 fulms tall, and has the face of a lizard, then I don't give a mummer's fart. Elegantly said. Shoo, don't bother me. If the Amalja will overrun us, I'm blaming you. For me, you shouldn't have. Sorry, suspicious masked man. As a matter of fact, I caught a glimpse of someone fitting that description during patrol. Well, I couldn't quite make out whether it was a man or not, what with the mask and the robe, but assuming it was he was talking with some Alamegans. I assume he was one of them. Ah, you're back. So did my lookouts have aught to share with you? Doesn't sound... We'll need to cooperate. The cooperation is the... So that one. Okay, so he's working for the Almegan incident. I have to go all the way to Vesper Bay. Alright then. Alright, if I keep reading out loud, I'm gonna wreck my voice. Comment. to an Almegan native among. Still. Yeah, I really didn't realize how early they start talking about Alamigo and liberating it and everything. Won't lead you. All right. Oops. There we go. Okay. Guessing I'm gonna have to go back to Little Almigo anyway, so I might as well just do this, and then next time it takes me to Almigo, go get the dungeon. Want me to introduce you to the Resistance? If this is any good. Nope. Alright, I gotta convince her to help save their brother. You wish to aid the Almegans. You are possessed of a kind-hearted adventurer, but I'm afraid I have not the authority to grant your. This authority belongs only to the elementals, guardians of Tollswood. All outsiders, be they babes at the breast or men grown, are judged of a night, whether they may have a place beneath the boughs. Alas, the Almegans' petition has been denied. Harsh though it may seem, they do not have leave to receive of the wood's bounty. Ever has it been since time immemorial, and ever. I led my men to Corium hoping to find rescue. Instead, we found indifference. The cold-blooded bastards here want us out, and I can't oblige them soon enough. Problem is, some of mine aren't fit to travel. Hell's Galleon can't even stand. As you well know, the people of this accursed hamlet won't help us, so I have no choice but to turn to you. In my homeland, Long Antelope, is a traditional remedy with poison-purging properties. If you could bring me, say, 4 horns, I'd be forever in your debt. Alright. Up to go scare on. There we go. Okay. That fool. Big mental fool. My men and I will scour the wood for Gallon. Please help find him before something terrible happens. I went through all the trouble to save this idiot. Then he gets himself killed. I'll be pissed. Minions never forsake each other. Hardships be damned. Remember the oath we swore. God damn it. The oath to reclaim our homeland will set foot on Almegan's soil again, together or not at all. Do you understand me? Good, let us return to our brothers. Oh, and don't even think that you'll get off lightly. As soon as you're healed, I'll give you such a thorough thrashing you'll wish we didn't find you. You back it out. Alright. I might as well help this guy out. Okay, so I gotta talk to that guy again, and then I assume it's gonna send me back to Almigo. Allen's expected to make a full recovery. We'll linger here until he's strong enough to take to the road again. As much as I mislike this place, beggars can't be choosers. Right? Oh, another one. Now that things are relatively settled, I seem to recall that you wanted something of me. You've proven a true friend of my people. Ask me anything and it's yours, so long as it's mine to give. The cooperation of the people of Little Almigo. That's all. Far be it from me to question your desires, of course. Very well, I provide you with a letter to show to Gundobald. The old bear was my mentor when I first joined the Resistance. He's intimidating to those who don't know him, but he takes care of his own. I've no doubt that he will do all in his power to aid you. Alright, so I'm gonna go... Wait, yes I do it. I'll use one of my teleports. So why not? Save 300 gold. Kill. Alright, and I'm just gonna go unlock Karn. Well, maybe the quest will take me over there. I'll go talk to this guy first. Why have you returned? You're not welcome here. I thought I made myself clear. Spoke with Meffred. It's been so long since I last heard from him, I'd feared him dead. 12 be praised. Wherever you are, Meffred seems to see you as a friend, and any friend of Meffred is a friend of mine. I know of this masked stranger you seek, and I'll tell you what I can. Well, thanks. It only took you like 4 years to come around. Gundabald is willing to share with you. So I accidentally skipped that. Muscle memory. No doubt you want to question them about their trice, but they're not like to yield information easily to an outsider. If you tell them I sent you, though, they may feel obligated to talk. I'm guessing I'm just talking to people around town. Yeah. Yes, man, no idea what you're talking about. I ain't done nothing wrong. Yeah. Oh, you don't know anything about this. Why didn't you say so? To start with, I can't throw the old bear's name around like that and expect for it. I think everybody might be scared of the leader of this town. Is one of them up here? No. Have I been meeting any masked men? Let's see. No, can't say I have, but I'll be sure to tell all my friends you're looking for them. Albert. There's a bunch been skulking about right suspicious like. I've got nothing to do with them. I know trouble when I see it, and that there's trouble, mark mine. Go unlock Sunken Temple as well. I don't think I'll actually have to run it. Because, like, I'm already several levels ahead of the main story. It's 27, I'm 33. My suspicions about the man is most troubling. Whatever the young ones are scheming, it can lead to no good end. There's an anger inside. See in their eyes. I don't know, for it once burned within me as well. 2 decades ago, the same anger drove me and my brothers to rise against the despot who ruled Almigo. Not would do to, but to depose him and usher in a revolution. We got our revolution right, but it cost us our freedom. Blinded by our hate, we did not realize that we had been dancing to the Empire's tune, and by the time we did, it was too late. The Go had fallen. There are times when a man must be patient. Now is such a time, though the young ones know this not. Unless we intervene, they are like to commit great folly. If you learn aught of their plans, I would thank you to bring me. And there's another level. Is there like no way out of this? So there isn't anything. There's no ordinary senator who can gain the trust of the old bear. That's why I wanted to meet you. That's something I'm trying. Tell me, why are you snooping about? Did the Empire send you or someone else? World got your tongue? No matter. Whoever it is you work for, your meddling ends here. Okay. You're stronger than you look. This changes nothing. Threaten us, beat us bloody all you like, but nothing short of death can make us give up. We're going to obtain the power to bring down the Empire, and with it we'll reclaim our homeland. Well, I think that makes it pretty clear. Attacked by Rilrid and his cronies. That they would go to such lengths for the sake of his plan of theirs. Left to their own devices, the young fools are like to harm others, if not themselves. We must uncover their agenda and put an end to this mess. Rilrid mentioned obtaining the power to bring down the Empire. Of what power could he be speaking? Gundabald, Tiliana, God's preserve, what happened? I was foraging when the cops brigand came. They took me to their hideout and the whole while they laughed at me. They said that I suffer because I cling on to hope. Is it wrong to dream of home? Wrong to call ourselves Almegans? Do not heed such poisonous notions, child. Our dreams are what sustain us. Be strong. I swear to you, those villains will answer for their crimes in due time. Tell me, does anyone else know of this? Wilrid. I must tend to Bertiliana. In the meantime, I need you to find out what the young ones make of this. I fear that they may do something wrong. Okay. Those animals did to Bertilion is unforgivable, and to think they looked. Well, I'll suffer this humiliation no more. With Wilrid to the bitter end. I'm not afraid of a few words. Okay. Okay, so it's something to do with the Amalja. Plan succeeds, we'll have the power to lay the Empire low, to change the world for the better. Might be as Gundabald's content to eke out an existence in this musty old cave, but I'll be damned if I'm going to spend the rest of my life. Now, where in the seven hells did I put that bloody map? Almighty Ralgar, Lord of Destruction, we implore you, lend us your strength and put an end to the suffering of Here to interfere again? Well, you're too late. Our plan is already in motion. Once we have the crystals, our enemies will pay for their crimes, and no one will dare oppress us ever again. I'm planning on summoning Ralgar. I have no idea what they're doing. This is actually kind of interesting. Shit. Maybe I shouldn't have skipped the whole story all the way up to 80. Gone, the whole lot of them. Then it is as I feared. They mean to take matters into their own hands, but what exactly is it? What's this? A hunting knife and a map rack? Wait, you said Willard spoke of crystals, did you not? But they couldn't possibly mean to... By the gods, this is rank madness. The young fools are untrained and unblooded all. They have no notion of how dangerous the Amal are. They'll be butchered before they get within 100 yalms of the crystals. They're headed east. If we hurry, we may yet find them before it's... Okay. Stealing crystals, but for what purpose? There's another right here. Yeah, there it is, all the way. I remember the last time I went to Virgo. Probably to mine Mithril. Imagine. Oh, ooh. Hunting log. I think this is the Grand Company one, but as well. I think I need to do it to level up my Grand Company anyway. Some seals. Oh yeah, it looks like they're getting their ass kicked. Mildred, did no others survive? It was all wrong. Getting the crystals was supposed to be the start. We're going to reclaim our homeland. We were... Pull yourself together, lad. We're going to make an offering of crystals to Ralgar to summon him, just like the masked man taught us. We plotted to sneak into Zanrak and make off with the lizardmen cash, but they caught us, and so many dead. Gods forgive me. Heathens, you shall pay for your crimes with your souls. You know, I'm not gonna lie, if I saw an Amalja in real life, I wouldn't be thinking, oh yeah, we'll just sneak by those guys and we'll fight the ones we need to. Like, I'm not going. They're like 10 feet tall and muscly as hell. These things could punch you and explode you. Forget our young one's transgressions, but a soul is too high a price for youthful folly. For all their failings, they are the hope of the Almegan people. This hope I will guard with my life. Hell yeah, let's go, Grandpa. Let's fuck him up. I figured the crystals were just to be given to Ralgar. But, like, they have to know about tempering, right? Like, I guess that's not common knowledge. They kept it quiet and they had to kill a bunch of the people that... Oh wait, that's actually fucked up. I didn't realize what the tempered shit meant. These are literally just like the Alamegans that were taken. Wow, yeah, that's kind of fucked up, actually. Your skill at arms is impressive, adventurer. Our wayward youth could learn much from a man. Battle is won, but I would be unwise to linger here. Let us return to Little Almega. Wait, we've come all this way. We have to get the crystals. They're right there, right for the picking. You learn nothing, Wilred? Did you not see those tempered wretches? Such is the fate of those who are touched by a god. Is that what you desire for yourself and your friends? What? No one said anything about... The masked man told us we could defeat the Empire if we summoned Ralgar. He swore. Enough. I will hear the rest of this sorry tale back in Little Almego. I dare say a Canadian will wish to hear it as well. Yes, I would. I need that masked man. I need to put his head in a bag. Take it to Minfilia, because it'll make her happy or something. No more lies, Wilred. Tell us everything. I was outside with the others when he appeared, the masked stranger. He told us about summoning Ralgar, about using crystals, and then just vanished. We never saw him again. I wanted so desperately to believe that we could raise ourselves from this squalor, and I never stopped to question his motive. But I should have known. There's no solution, nothing we can do to change our lot. Our people are doomed to live and die like beasts. Listen to me, Wilred. Our home may be lost to us, but it takes more than stones and mortar to define who we are. No matter where we may be, Almego lives on within us. And it is for you to decide what to make of this legacy. But whatever you choose to do with your life, never forget that you owe it to this adventure, an outsider. I won't, I promise. Thank you for saving me, and I'm sorry I tried to kill you. Preach. My thanks as well, friend. It gives us hope to know that there are kind souls such as you. Little Amigo may not have much in the way of comfort, but you'll always be welcome here. Thanks. Don't worry, buddy. We'll get your homeland back. We just gotta wait 2 expansions. Gundabald wants to wish you well on your investigation. Would that we had more information to offer, but what Rurid told you is the extent of our knowledge on the masked stranger. Left unchecked, that man will bring about great pain and suffering. I pray that you'll find and put a swift end to the creature for the sake of the young ones who died by his poisoned words. Well, I kill him, but it's not for like another 30 levels. Well, 20 levels? I don't know. It was right before Heavensward. 16 levels. Welcome back, Canadian. Oh! Just went to eat a talkie. It's spicy. Yikes. Okay. Welcome back, Canadian. I'm reliably informed the investigation took you to Quarry Mill and Little Amigo. Tell me, were you able to learn out of La Habrea? Just a little bit. Planted the knowledge of summoning in impressionable young minds, you say, precisely the kind of deception the Asses employ. While many of the ills that ail the land can be attributed to the calamity, some are being brought about by the... We must needs delve deeper into this, while things remain quiet on the primal front. All work and no play makes Minfilia a dull scion. Did you say something? Nothing, my lady. Mayhap we ought to rest a while before further on the investigation. While you were tending to business in Thanalan, some more information arrived courtesy of our friend the Sylph. An individual fitting La Habrea's description has been sighted in the North Shroud. This sighting comes in the wake of a series of mysterious deaths in the selfsame area. My instincts tell me that our man is involved. I would have you continue your investigation where you left off. 12's willing, we will pick up La Habrea's trail once more. Araxia can furnish you with the details. Pray speak with her and take it from there. As always, be careful out there. Alright. Walking One is to investigate Sinister One. Then heed well this one's words. This one is friends with a Walking One from the Ashcrown Consortium. According to Friendly One, a Digging One named Medrod had an encounter with a scary Masked One. This Masked One is most certainly Sinister. Walking One should go and speak with Digging One Medrod. Digging One is to be found at Fallgourd Float in the Shroud. Alright. Off we go then. Look death in the face. 'Tis only a matter of time before he comes for me, just like he came for that poor woman. Medrod is clearly traumatized. Perhaps if you were to soothe him, he might remain calm for long. Hold it down. Okay, brother. You're right. It's not as bad as it seems. I saw something terrible, that's true, but that hardly means I'm going to suffer the same fate. Next to you, I can think straight again. I believe I can even recount what I saw without losing it. Well, that's good that me waving my arms for a couple seconds cured you of post-traumatic stress disorder. Just another ordinary day, I was headed back to the float when I noticed a suspicious character in the distance. A masked man garbed head to toe in black. He had a hideous fiend in tow. A winged creature that was an eyeball and jagged teeth. Taken by curiosity, I crept as near as I dared. To see the corpse of a woman, one glimpse was enough to tell me that she died a gruesome death. In that instance, I knew right away that the masked man was a minion of Thal, come to claim her soul for his realm. What? You're investigating the same masked man? If that's the case, we'll help you in whatever way we can. Aye, anything to ensure that we won't have to suffer Melrod's hysteria ever again. Alright, teamwork, that's what I wanted to— Wait, I haven't been that bad, have I? At any rate, I'm all for helping this adventure. It's the least I can do to repay him for comforting. It's all it takes. It's that easy to be a hero. That easy to be a psychologist, honestly. I don't know why everyone doesn't do it. So here's what I know about the deaths. All the victims were found with their faces torn to shreds. Among the local fauna, only the scalekin known as Ziz could inflict such wounds. That's why some folk are pointing the finger at them. I somehow doubt that's the answer is that simple, but for the sake of thoroughness, we should look into it. Why don't you put down, say, 3 of the creatures and see if you can find any proof connecting to the deaths? What good would it do to kill them? I don't understand. Like... Hashtag just MMO things. Somehow murdering 4 of those things, or 3 of them, It was enough to tell me they probably didn't have anything to do with it. You've already seen to the kids. Good work. Adventurers, so we were able to find out to suggest that the creatures were our culprits. Nothing. Truth be told, even if there were proof, I wouldn't know what it looked like. Anyway, I believe we can safely strike Ziz off our list of suspects, which leaves us with the masked man and his winged eyeball. Sure it does. Something else I heard about the deaths. It appears all the victims have been comely maidens. Better watch myself, eh? Unseemly japes aside, there's a rumor going around. Some has whispered that after each victim died, her rancor went into the great big rock southwest of here, causing it to flash and melt. This bears investigating, I reckon. I'm going to give you a fire sand stick to blow off a piece of that crag. Stick doesn't come with a fuse or anything, so you'll have to throw the thing. Once you've torn the rock, a new one, bring back some of the fragments and I'll give them a gander. Something you should know. I've been keeping this to myself lest it worsen my own sprain. I know, but I too have seen the winged eyeball. I cannot say whether it was coincidence, but my sighting took place precisely the same time as Melrod's. I was heading home after a day of digging when a shadow fell over me. Looking up, I found myself locked in a gaze with a giant eyeball. I let out a scream at the top of my lungs and ran without once looking back. This happened at the rocky area west of here, in case you had the mind to investigate. Alright. Oof. Oh, there we go. A heavy bane mite? Oh no! Most folk are too scared to go within 100 yalms of the rock or anchor. Aye, it has a name, but what's a few vengeful spirits to a dauntless adventurer like you? Oh, why, these are just your garden variety crystals. It's a bit hard to tell beneath all the dirt and grime, but they're definitely lightning aspected. Almost hate to say it, but that explains the flashing and moaning. Nothing to do with the masked stranger. Looks like I've gone and wasted both your time and perfectly good fire sand stick. Well, a monstrous Banemite appeared, and you slew it. That creature had long been a scourge upon the folk of Fallgord. Intentional or no, you've done us a great service. You have my gratitude. This does make me wonder, was it truly a winged eyeball I saw, or merely a trick of the light combined with blind panic? Morod is troubled by the new developments on the investigation. There have been no promising leads in the murders. I can scarce get a wink of sleep. The killer is still at large. Judging by your furrowed brows, I take it this sorry business troubles you. I'd been pondering my encounter. I was uncertain for a time, but there can be no doubt it was a winged eyeball that I witnessed. It's implausible that I could have been mistaken so distinct a creature for a Banemite. But you and I were malms apart. How could we have seen it at precisely the same time? What's more, our adventurer friend here had a run-in with the Banemite at the very spot you seem to see that fiendish eyeball. Is that right? There must be an explanation. I know I saw an eyeball with wings. I would wager an apple tart on it. Oh, he's serious, but listen, mayhap it's not as mysterious as we're making it out to be. There's no reason why there couldn't be... Gods, of course. There must be more than one of the buggers. That's so obvious, but then that means, since there have been repeated sightings of these fiends, then there must be even more victims as yet undiscovered. I do believe we're out of our depth. We ought to leave the rest to the expert. Yes, we're just civilians after all. Good luck, adventurer. It was a pleasure knowing you. While I burn to know the truth, some things are best left unknown. Lest you've forgotten, it was the rocky area to the west that I had my encounter. Should you discover aught of note, you'll still want to alert the authorities there in the guardhouse nearby. The serpent there should be pleased for the information that pertains to the security of the region. Are those bots? Oh yeah, those are definitely bots. is currently July 29th, 2021. Character name E B O A G Shield. X BLIP TIG. Oh, this would be good, not again. No matter how many bodies I see, I cannot seem to get used to the horrid sight. Poor woman. Identical deaths have been reported in the central shroud, while the masked stranger you seek to not seem to feature in any sightings of the winged eyeball are common enough. The creature appears to be moving the bodies, but to what end none can say. Victims have all been young women. All are found with their faces mutilated beyond recognition. Difficult to identify them, so as to identify their neck. Button engraved with a lily motif. The very same object was found upon another victim. A family sigil, or is that of an organization? Either way, I dare hope that this find will prove pivotal in solving the murders. Have you hold on to the lily button. You will need it to continue your investigation. While it isn't standard procedure to entrust key evidence to individuals, you've proven yourself reliable and resourceful in this matter. I see no reason why you shouldn't carry on with it. If I might make a suggestion, you may wish to take the button to Danya and have it examined by Miween. Mayhaps someone in her vast network of contacts can shed light on its sigil. Oh, is this Hawk Manor? Oh yeah, it's level 28, so that would make sense. I haven't done Hawk in so long. Indeed, you're Canadian, by your grim expression, I suspect you aren't here for the sores and herbal tea. Well, isn't this a lovely little button? The engraving is quite exquisite. Artisan level quality, I would say. Where did you find this? Oh, on a dead body. Lovely! Anyway, I'm afraid I don't recognize the lily sigil. You'll have to find the answer the old-fashioned way by asking around. You could do worse than beginning with Bernadette over by the Aetherite Plaza. She has a sharp set of eyes, that one. The house that death built. I think that's the deep dungeon or whatever. I'm tracking down the owner of a button. That's certainly not a request I receive on a regular basis. Well, go on, then. Show me what you have. Seems to be some manner of decorative button, reminiscent of those worn by the families of old, though I cannot claim to know its sigil. However, I can say with certainty that the white lily is a recurring theme in Gridanian culture. Alas, I do not know who would make a personal sigil of it. There is a soul in Gridania who knows it would be Siguled over at the Lancers Guild. The woman takes a point in knowing all of the citizens four-named base. Okay, over to the Lancers Guild. Tell me that I can help you? Well, this is a rather bold assumption to make. I'll try to assist, never you fear, but whether aught comes of it is another matter. And then what do you require of me? Fascinating. Work of this quality is rarely seen in the hands of ordinary Gridanians. The owner of this button is most certainly well-to-do. You may wish to take your search to the Gentry Ward northwest of here. Memory comes to me. Of late there have been a man who is perpetually seated at the bench by the ward's entrance. His name is Ursendal, and I distinctly recall seeing a markedly similar button upon the breast of his jacket. I dare say he can tell you a thing or two about it. I don't believe we're acquainted. How do you lead me to my thoughts? The sigil of Dartencore family. How is it that you've come into the possession of this button? On the body of a murdered woman, her face, was it marred in any way? I had feared as much. I can no longer feign ignorance. I shall reveal to you the truth of the deaths, but on one condition. You promise to put an end to my lady's madness and free her from her torment. I was once a manservant in the employ of one of the oldest and proudest families in Gridania, the Dartencores. During that time I had the honor of waiting upon Lady Amandine, mistress of the household. Fair as summer was she, and possessed of a heart befitting her radiance. Alas, the calamity wrought a great change in her. Though my lady escaped with her life, death may have been kinder. Never will I forget the day her bandages were removed and she beheld her disfigured face for the first time. At that moment, the kindly woman I knew ceased to be. Unable to bear the thought of being seen, my lady sequestered herself within her chambers and refused all company. This continued for many uneasy moons until one day, without warning, she began receiving queer guests. None among us knew whence they came, these masked men, but my lady believed that they would help her to regain that which she had lost. So began the rites of rejuvenation. These rituals seemed innocent enough in the beginning, but grew ever more grotesque as time went by. Eventually there came a day when my lady bound one of her handmaidens to her bed and proceeded to mutilate the poor girl's face. Suffice it to say, she did not survive the ordeal. It fell to me to dispose of her body. I performed the dreadful task as bade, obedient servant that I was, but when the time came to return to the house, my legs refused to move. I knew then that I could not go back to that place, not after the nightmare I had witnessed. So it was that I left Hawk Manor, my home for nigh on half a century. Long did I weep for the girl who was slain, and longer still for the woman that Lady Amadine had been. Yet one cannot weep forever, and I endeavored to put the matter behind me. Indeed, I had resolved never to speak of my experience until you appeared before me. The lady's madness must have ended, must be ended, lest more innocent lives be lost. Lay her tormented soul to rest, as you swore to me you would. He awaits you at Hawk Manor on the western edge of the central shroud. Now go. Go and do what must be done. That is horrific. Do I have to go up? Above or... I swear it was above, I don't... Ah ha ha, I'm far too fast for the likes of thee. There we go. There, Hawk. Alright, before I do Hawk Manor, go to the washroom real quick, and then I will jump into it. Alright. Time to force some unsuspecting people to watch some cutscenes. That's what I love about tanks. Ooh, that's fucking slow. Yeah. Kind of lost track of what I was doing there. God, please heal me. Well, fucking dead. No. Man, I kind of feel bad for this boss. I don't think she's gotten an actual ability off yet. Oh, she's gonna get that one. Banner Beret. Vit, int, det, speed. That's a whole. I just want to get my map going. Ooh, the triple stun into grabbing the key to save time. It really was good. I think I deserve a couple star points for that. These guys probably think the fucking... No, this is technically efficiency. 4 targets. Unless I make this guy's life a little easier, so I'm just stuff like that. Oh, I dodged it. Uh-oh. Ooh. Now, why would you make a shield like that and not have your character grab it? That hurts my fucking bones. Oh my god. Ah. Oh. Ooh. Ooh. Owie. Alright, well, at least the sword is cooler than my last one. Ugh. Oh, that bugs me. Hey, I got another player comment. Let's go. Darkness has taken root within walls, sprung from the most unlikely of seeds. One cannot help but admire the irrepressible spirit that quickened it to life. Uh-oh. bad men. It is a pleasure to meet you at last, adventurer. You are every bit as intriguing as our master gave us to believe. It is no ordinary mortal who can acquire 1 crystal of light, much less 3. Crystals make you strong, and it is to that strength that the light is drawn. Eidolon shows well. A pity that your existence is irreconcilable with our own. We cannot well allow you to continue upon your present course. Alas, we came here not to play, but to take the measure of your strength for Master Laha Brea. That task now accomplished, we take our leave of you. Fare you well, bringer of light. Okay. That's... Oh. Okay. Need to go into the Lancers Guild and then around there. Oh, wait a minute. Jeez. My brain really isn't working right now. No, come on. Just give it to me. Come on. Oh, okay. Yeah, there we go. You are returned. What sights awaited you within the manor? What has become of Lady Amandine? You must tell me all. So, she went so far as to consort with devils. Would that I could have done more to prevent her fall. May she finally find peace in the beyond. I know not whether the masked men you encountered are the same pair that first led my lady astray, but it is plain that they are of the same vile brood. Should the chance ever present itself, promise me you will visit upon them tenfold the woe they have brought upon others. But who am I to speak of punishment? By my silence I allowed, I know not how many innocent young women to die in unspeakable circumstance. It matters not wherefore, though through misplaced loyalty, cowardice, or both, I am in a better to a gross crime. I will surrender myself to the authorities and accept whatever punishment they deem just. I only pray that the gods will have mercy on my soul. I am really glad that I had a potion for that last fight. Welcome back, Canadian. Full glad I am to see you safely returned. Tell me, how fared you on your sojourn to the Twelves Wood? Two of La Habre's minions, they sought to measure your strength by their own admission. The devils taunt us. It is beyond doubt, then, the Asians have begun to move in earnest. Would that we knew to what end. Yet I will not bemoan our plight. Thanks to your tireless efforts, we are at last aware of the encroaching darkness. Alas, we can only do so much. It is clear to me now that we Scions are too few to protect the realm against the threat unaided. We must needs alert the three nations to the presence of this elusive enemy and recommend that they heighten their vigil. There is no shortage of misery in the world that the Asians might exploit. We have an arduous struggle ahead of us. Yet come what may, we must not allow ourselves to become lost to hope, for that is precisely what the enemy desires. We have gleaned all we can from the information available to us. Let us set this information aside for the present. Another matter has arisen that requires your attention. Let me know when you're ready to be. I will summon the others. Voice cutscene?
The Maelstrom requests our assistance.
Concerning the kobolds they sent such copious notes on, I presume?
Yes. And no. It has more to do with their findings, which portend a peril far greater than any beast tribe.
What sort of peril?
The worst kind. A tribe of kobolds in the vicinity of Limsa Lominsa has reawakened Titan. Our task will be to slay the Primal. The Maelstrom have sworn support for the endeavor. They are no strangers to the havoc kobolds can wreak.
Years before the Grand Company's reformation, two primals, Leviathan and Titan, chanced to converge upon the sea wall, wreaking untold devastation. There, by the grace of the Navigator, were the mercenaries Merlvip hired able to fend them off. Yet it did not take long for the beast tribes to regroup, and they summoned their primals once more.
Thankfully, their second coming was decidedly short-lived, but that is beside the point. So long as tormented souls will them to exist, the realm will never be rid of primals.
The Maelstrom has kept a watchful eye upon the beast tribes, and the kobolds in particular, ever since. Which brings us to the matter at hand.
Unlike Ifrit, we know scarcely anything of Titan. Unfortunately, the only force known to have bested him, the modestly named Company of Heroes, disbanded 5 years since, and mercenaries are not in the habit of keeping chronicles.
Expect the worst. The Maelstrom's help is of course appreciated, but even if we had their whole armada at our disposal, we could still find ourselves overmatched. A pity the kobolds lack the gentle sensibilities of the sylphs. A peaceful resolution would be more than welcome. The echo will not avail you this time, I fear. If you are to survive, your steel must needs speak for you. No one would think you a coward were you to decline.
So you will accept? Thank you.
We can't very well send him to Limsa Lominsa without Yastola, can we, Minfilia?
May I ask that of you, Y'shtola?
I never thought it in question.
Ever reliable. Very well. We will spare no... You may count on the full support of the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. And all not afield will aid the fight from afar. Thancred, Ida, go to the Grand Companies. Tell them of our plight and solicit their support. Urianger, send word to the students of Baldessian, and Alfino if you would. Papalimo, compile all the information we have on Titan, little though it may be. You will be apprised of the tactical situation when you reach the Sailor's Ward. Provision yourself for the journey. May you walk in the light of the crystal.
Okay, aft castle. Hail, adventurer, and welcome to Maelstrom Command. If you wish to know more about enlisting, speak with a personnel officer. Unless... Are you the guest we were told to expect? Ah, I am. Forgive me, sir. Business, then. It is as we told the antecedent. The kobolds have once again summoned Titan. A little over a moon ago, we began to observe the beastmen moving south in increasing number from Agomero. Our scouts subsequently confirmed the object of their aggression. Crystals, fodder for their fell primal. Thank you, High Commander. Leave the rest to me. The word has spread of your accomplishments, Canadian. On behalf of Limbs of Laminza, I thank you for the call. Forgive the lack of forewarning, High Commander. The Admiral wished to address Canadian personally. We are no strangers to conflict. Long have the Sahagin and the kobolds plagued our people, nor is this the first time we have had to address a primal threat. In the past, when Titan rose to threaten the peace, it was to the company of heroes we turned. But they are long disbanded, and we must look to other brave souls blessed with the strength to face this foe. So it is that we turn now to the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, confident in the belief that you are Limsa's best hope. I hope you are right, yet the situation is far from simple. The kobolds are not prone to unprovoked aggression. Did not the thalassocracy make a pact with the beastmen that each would keep to their own lands and that no blood would be shed? And was it not the Laminzans who violated this agreement, dissatisfied with their lot? Shall we then condemn the beastmen for defending their homes? Even a pirate must one day reap what she has sown. I would advise you to choose your words with greater care, Lady L'Shtola. Calm down, High Commander. She has the right of it. And the wrong is mine. Freely do I claim it, yet it makes little difference. Remorse will not shield us from Titan's wrath, or would you have us fall upon their swords? My apologies, Admiral. The safety and security of Limsa's citizenry are, of course, of paramount concern. Already we have observed disruptions in the flow of aether further inland. The effects will be felt here in the city ere long. I ask much of you, I know, but the need is great. Can I count on your help? You have my thanks, along with the full support the Maelstrom. I await good tidings. The kobolds should summon Titan demonstrates that they are no longer amenable to negotiation. This being the case, we must needs prepare for conflict. Before we meet Titan in the field, however, it would be wise to learn all we can of our foe. I can think of no better source of information than the mercenaries who defeated him once before. The company of heroes may be no more, but several of its former members still live. It is said that one of them is employed at the Greyfleet Mills in London. Quite. Why a mercenary should choose to become a miller, I do not know. When you find him, mayhap you could ask him for me. I, meanwhile, shall seek fellows. Oh, I haven't been here. Okay. Middle Lenosha. I'll just... Wait a minute. Can't I just... It's the Zephyr Gate. So it'll save me a bit of runtime. You know, I was thinking about going to get that Aetherite, but I think I'll just go do the quest and then head over to the Aetherite. Gonna say something, adventure, or just keep staring? Hey, you want to know about the company of heroes? Hello. Prince of price of bleeding fame. Can't a miller mill in peace no more? Still, seeing as you come all this way, as I suppose it wouldn't hurt to oblige you. Consider yourself lucky, mate. Old Tracktorn was the company's best axeman. Now, what was it you wanted to know? Tell me about Titan. Oh, wow, that is a very aggressive choice of pants. Ooh. So you want to hear the tale of how the company of heroes bested a primal, do you? Let me guess, you mean that bastard Titus, eh? Oh, if only you'd been there to see it. It was a mighty struggle, like the legends of old. Me and the boys fought him for 3 days and nights, we did. Ground trembled with every step Titus took, and when he hit you, boy, it felt like a cannonball to the gut. Boy, what's that look for? I'm a goddamn hero, I'll have you know. People around here sing me praises. Don't tell me you only care about learning the secret tactics we used to beat old Titus. Well, too bad, because now I'm not feeling charitable. If you're so damn desperate, then why don't you do me a favor and kill those rats that have made a nest by the windmill just south of here? Okay. Fine. Still think that's a very aggressive choice of pain. Oh, Rat King. Kinda nice. Having a weapon. Nice work. Give me the hassle. Oh, you're still asking how we beat Titus? I don't know, Venture. It was a pretty risky strategy. The kind only a veteran at 10 score battle could rely upon. I want to teach you, I truly do, but unless you prove to me you have what it takes to face the fat bastard. Holy. I can't in good conscience tell you a damn thing. At the very least, you'd need to be capable of slaying, say, a Goobu. Come to think of it, that ain't a bad idea. Them creatures have a taste for the flour milled here, so you ought to have no trouble finding one in the vicinity. Of course, I ain't asking you to cut one down quick, as a skilled axeman like myself. Any road, why don't you try heading due west and stand on the lookout in case a Gumu comes calling? Slay it, and I might consider telling you more about Titus. I don't know if that's on purpose or if this man actually has no idea what he's talking about. Ah, yes. Oh, that's a big old Goobu. I think I put it down pretty much as fast as you can. I think you had it in you, adventurer. Still, you took forever and a day to get the job done. I'm still not sure I should tell you your secrets. Listen, buddy. You tell me right fucking now, or I will fight you. So, as I was saying, I still don't know if you got what it takes to face Titus. Maybe if you slew a... Traktorn, you're near drinking again? If you are, that Goobu better be dead. Oh, it's dead, Chief. You have me word on that. Cleaved the beast skull in two with me trusty axe, I did. Is that a fact? What will your friend here say if I ask him? He'll vouch for me, of course. Ain't that right, friend? Tell me true, was it Traktorn who slew that Goobu, or was it you? Chief, what are you saying? It's me, Traktorn, the finest axeman ever to serve in the company of heroes, the legendary mercenaries who slew that bastard Titus. Titus? Titus? Who in the seven hells is Titus? Some primal you fought in a drunken, sodden dream? The company of heroes slew Titan, you bloody half-wit. Aye, aye, well, Titus was what me and the lads used to call. That's the biggest lotus of hugging shite I ever heard. Both you outside. We'll learn the truth the Lominsan way. Traktorn, if you didn't slay that Goobu, you can consider your contract revoked. Shocked Pikachu face. Alright, you know the rules. First man to smash this boulder will be judged the Goobu Slayer. Don't even think about trying to kill me, that's cheating. Who picked these boulders? They're nothing alike. Ah, to hell's with it. Oh, this would be killer on a fucking sword. Holy shit. Alright, I admit it. I lied about being in the company of heroes, but I'm begging you, Chief, please don't dismiss me. I've learned my lesson. Honest, I have. Save your blugging trap torn. God, I should have known. Mercy, please. I didn't want to deceive you, I swear. It's just that I kept getting turned away by all the folk I asked for work, and I panicked. See, the last job I had was at Costa del Sol, and there was this grizzly marauder everyone treated like royalty. When I heard he was a captain in the company of heroes, I finally understood why. I wasn't being serious when I said I was one of them, but you went and believed me, so I look, his name was Waistgate, alright? Wellskate. He'll tell you how to defeat Titus, or whatever the hell's that thing name is. That's what you wanted, ain't it? So come on, then. Tell the chief to forgive me. It's only fair. Alright, I'm gonna do this mission because I'm sick of it being in my quest log. It's gonna be a straighter. I don't think those antelopes are okay. But we must insist that an adventurer, and rather a seasoned looking one besides. On the off chance you're not simply here to gawp, perhaps you can lend us a hand. You see, despite the fervent protestations of the bus slaves over there, we cannot permit civilians within the ruins at this time. Capable men and women like you, on the other hand, are more than welcome, that is if you've got the stones for it. Pray, seek out the other station at Quarry Mill, they can apprise you of the details. Oh, my adventurer, I take you've come to learn more of the recent happenings in East Samhar. The site of interest owing to the Galmoran ruins, Galmora being an underground city which predates Redania, in case you were unaware. Annie wrote, a few days past, we received reports from several anthropogiographers that a magical gateway of some sort had appeared in the ruins, and that all men or creature were coming and going through it. My men and I were among the first to examine it, and well, it's hard to explain. We crossed the threshold into a set of corridors we'd never seen before, and then suddenly each and every one of us was filled with an inexplicable sense of dread. It was all I could do to take even a single step. According to Ian and Kotor, who accompanied us, the ruins are warded with powerful magics that sap the spirits and aether of all who enter, rendering them easy prey for the creatures within. Thankfully, he managed to devise a solution. Aether pool arms and armor which safeguard and channel the wielder's energy, that they might withstand the ruin's magics. Unfortunately, it does little to prevent us from losing our way, though it beggars belief. Every time we've dared to venture into the ruins, we've found the path to be changed. We suspect this, too, may be the work of an unfathomably powerful man. Needless today, something strange is afoot, and traditional tactics are not like to suffice. Even experienced adventurers will need to proceed with caution. In any event, if you believe you have what it takes to brave the ruins and discover what secrets lie in its deepest steps, you need but say the word. You now have access to the Palace of the Dead. You may enter solo or with a party of up to 4. Might do some of that later, but Doubtful. Definitely use it to upgrade some other classes if I do necessary or if I want to. Pardon, you wish to slay the Lord of Crags? Must slay him, Captain. The people of Limsa are depending upon. You fancy yourselves heroes, then, just like in the tales. Be not so quick to judge. Long have I labored for the well-being. My associate here has bathed in Ifrit's hellfire and lived. He is blessed with a power that protects him from primal influence. Thus was he able to lay low the Lord of the Inferno. We know full well the risks and have taken every possible precaution. We lack only the knowledge of how to enter Titan's lair. Pray be so good as to grant us the boon of your wisdom, and we shall be on our... A man who can't be tempered. Useful, but it won't be enough. It is true that the company of heroes fought and felled primals, but each victory was bought with the lifeblood of brave men and women. The Titan was the worst we faced. Aye, we defeated him in the end, but he took from us some of our very best. Even if you possess the power you claim, I have no reason to believe you will succeed. Believe what you will, we mean to try. Though our lives be forfeit, we will not abandon Limsa to the wrath of Titan. You are passionate, I grant you that. And you deserved better than the greeting I gave you, but I will not send you into a Gomorrah on a whim. To be plain, I do not wish to see you give your lives in vain. At the very least, I must have assurances that you are more than common adventurers. I oversee security for Master Gigaruja's estate. Perhaps you can demonstrate your abilities by attending to one of our... Ye gods, man, have you heard nothing of what I said? We have not the time to perform trivial tasks. The enemy is at the gates. You imagine words can sway me, girl. If you dislike my conditions, then you're welcome to find your own way into a Gomorrah. Though it pains me to admit it, I fear we have no choice but to acquiesce to the man's demands. Yet much remains to be done if we are to best Titan. Forgive me, but I must ask you to undertake this task alone. I will use the time to see to the remaining preparations. Leave the dirty work to others, are we? Very well. Pray do whatever the good captain bids, however trifling. Remember, the fate of Limsa hangs in the balance. Master Gigaruja's requests can be more demanding than you realize. Before I set you to your true task, I would like to verify that this won't be a waste of my time. A Nyx has recently been seen prowling the beast to the east. As you can imagine, my master does not want large, slimy creatures anywhere near his lands. The beast is cunning, but you should have no difficulty luring it out with a herring. Slay the Nyx and return to me. Oh, and don't forget to bring me a leg as proof of the kill. I forgot that you're allowed to swim. Lest you think me overly cautious for testing you in this way, you should know that we had an incident not long ago. A foolish young employee was dismissed for lying about his past. He came to have served in the company of heroes, but I knew for a fact he did not. Anyway, now that the pointless busy work is finished, I shall give you a challenge as befits your talents. Two highly distinguished individuals are scheduled to visit Costa del Sol in the near future, and Master Gigaruja wishes to welcome them with an elaborate banquet. But while money is no object, not everything Master Gigaruja desires can be so easily purchased. It is to be an extremely exotic feast, and so, Canadian, your mission is to seek out and obtain the rare ingredients our chef requires. Naturally, such fine dining must be accompanied with a suitable wine, and by suitable I mean the very best there is. That, however, can wait for the time being, as I believe you have enough on your plate as it is. It will be a long and arduous journey, but you need not toil alone. Many of the mercenaries who once served under my command still live, and they will guide you in your quest. The first ingredient, I will have you travel to the South Shroud and speak with Landonel at Camp Tranquil. What, do you mean to tell me you cannot afford to waste time, as your associate did? Adventurer, if you have not the endurance to complete this mission, how do you expect me to believe you can outlast the Lord of Crags? Either do it or don't. I have work to do. Fine. You require assistance, so this is the one who would challenge Titan. I've been expecting you. The ingredient you seek is the egg of a giant adamantoise. The method of acquisition should be obvious. You steal it from the beast's nest. Of course, simple in theory, but difficult in execution. Most who try die in the attempt. Will I help you get it? Ha! You amuse me. I will not jeopardize my position to openly assist you. From me you receive only information. What you do with it is your choice. Let me be clear, the business between you and me and the captain must remain a secret. See, I don't regret my time spent with the company in the slightest, traveling the world, meeting interesting people, killing them. It was all jolly good fun. Alas, Gridonians are, by and large, an unforgiving lot. Ditto here being a rare exception. I've had to go to great lengths to ensure that I am seen as a model citizen with no taste for drinking, whoring, gambling, and all those other activities I so dearly missed. So understand that if you ruin my little shroud by wagging your tongue, I'll fashion a noose with your entrails and hang you from the nearest heaven's pillar. Well, with that... Well, what are you waiting for? There's a perfectly good adamantoise egg in a nest to the east of here, just right for the taking. Not that I expect you to live long enough to claim it. The mother never strays far from the child, and you will surely be attacked the moment you lay your hands upon the egg. There will be other heroes, and you do not need to challenge Titan. Abandon your quest, or your corpse will rot in this swamp. I'm afraid I can't do that, sir. I must be hero. I am main protagonist in anime, you... Wait a minute. I need to kill these for reasons. This is mine. Thought you might have the good sense to leave this place, but with your continued presence, I take it you intend to persevere to the bitter end. Aha! Such bravery, such recklessness, that will serve you well against Titan. Leave the egg with me, I'll see that it gets to the captain. You should make haste to southern Thanalan. In Forgotten Springs, you will find a man named Uodnun. He will be your next guide. Safe travels, Canadian. Right, so I finally have to make my way down there. Saucer's over. The gold saucer makes me angry. I want to fly. I want my chocobo to flap his little wings and be free. On rack. I remember for one of the books for your relic, you had to kill emulsion thaumaturges. It's kind of annoying to find because there's only like 2 of them, and they wanted you to kill like 10. There's like 1 billion people doing that quest. I actually don't. The Sagoli Desert. Oh, the sandworm fate's here. Let's go. Well, it's even the boss ones. Did the first one. Nice. Level up. Timothy! Hey, he's in there. He's cutting. Sweet. Alright. State your business, adventurer. So this is the one Wellskate sends me. I haven't the foggiest what he sees in you, and until I do, you will receive no aid from me. Well, 1, rude. 2, fuck you. Okay, why not? Persistent bugger. Very well, we'll have a look at you. Seeing your share of battle, there's no mistaking that. You did manage to obtain that adamantoise egg, however, that was not more than a display of brute force and blind courage. Noon, I once fought. Also believed that his strength would save him. He was wrong, and now I am Noon. Many years ago, I joined the company of heroes to hone my skills instead of challenging my predecessor before I was ready. Even when I was young, I understood that victory goes to the patient, the cunning, and the pragmatic. That is why I claimed my position. It is why I still hold it. It is why I will not help an unproven one. The children of the sands do not offer aid to strangers. To do so is a sign of weakness. However, if you were recognized as a skilled hunter in your own right, it would seem permissible to aid you. Across the desert to the east lies an Amalja encampment. There dwells a warrior renowned both for his strength and his guile. To even face this Amalja in battle, you must first find a way to lure him away from the encampment. This will be your test, to draw out and defeat the veteran. For this, I will offer you no advice, only this worn spear. Why, you ask? You will have to solve the riddle yourself. Now go, slay this old warrior and bring me his necklace. The bots are getting ridiculous. I didn't attune. Actions. Let's put fight or flight on there. Spirit within. Pretty good. The circle. Adventurer. Their old nemesis dead. Is a fine necklace that befits a veteran of countless battles. It will make an excellent trophy. The spear belonged to one of his brothers. I knew when he spied it from afar he would be unable to resist venturing outside the encampment to see for himself. You discern my intent, or was it dumb luck, I wonder? Either way, you impress me, adventurer. I shall tell you of the ingredient you seek. Shame we did not meet when it was still with the companies of heroes. You would have made a fine recruit, but no point dwelling on what cannot be. You have a Welwick worm to hunt. Sandworms slither brazenly across the desert dunes, but Welwick worms are far fewer in number. Rarity breeds demand, and so their meat is highly prized as a delicacy. The only way to catch your quarry is to entice it with something it cannot resist. These worms prey on the smaller creatures of the Sagoli. Freshly slaughtered angler carcass would be my choice of bait. There's an area teeming with anglers to the east. I will mark it upon your map, along with the location of where Welwick worms are most frequently sighted. Be warned, the blood will drive the worm into a feeding frenzy. If your skills are lacking, it will devour you as well. Is there a specific one I had in mind? Oh, the Dunes anglers just don't count. I still didn't attune to that fucking crystal. Why is my brain a potato instead? You look well. Have you got your query then? Yes, here you are. Your skills as a hunter rival those of our best. I applaud your success, Canadian. The meat you will need to be heavily smoked before I ship it to Biscuit. Worry not, you have my word that he will receive it in time for the banquet. You must be eager to obtain the third ingredient. I regret to say that I know not of its location for the non. You should return to Costa del Sol and seek whilst it's cancel. Ah, but hold a moment. Since you will be meeting the captain again soon, there's something I would like you to do. The captain was always fond of this brandy wine. I would be grateful if you could deliver it on my behalf. I was a reckless, angry youth when I first joined the company, and he would have been well within his rights to cast me out. Everything I have, I owe to his wisdom and generosity. Wilskett, was a firm yet fair teacher, an expert molder of men, and I suspect that is still the case now. Please give him my regards. This is the point in the story that I pretty much clocked out at. It's like, you're making me get a bunch of fucking ingredients for a party when there's like thousands of lives on the line. Well, my Canadian, Landonell and Uonuo both spoke highly of you. What brings you here today? Ah, my Frasian. I shall have to thank Noon personally. Now you have but one ingredient left. Fortunately, you will not have to travel to Aldenard this time to obtain it. Things we do for cheese. I had to fight the Goblin Cheese Illuminati. Truth be told, I never intended to collect the last ingredient. Brayflox, my old quartermaster, wished to bring it to Costa del Sol herself. However, not long ago she sent word that there had been some trouble at the long stop and that the delivery would be delayed indefinitely. She told me nothing of the incident itself, but I fear the situation may be dire. Though I would like nothing more than to aid her myself, I have no choice but to turn to you and your allies. Make haste to the Hidden Falls docks and speak to Ozun Nazun. He will direct you to Raincatcher Gully, where Brayflox and her people have made their home. Adventure, something happened in the old Galmi settlement. I don't know why you're so eager to help a bunch of beastmen, but go and have a talk with the skipper over yonder. She'll share you over to Raincatcher Gully. Speak with Brayflox all talk. It's actually probably going to be faster to actually use the skipper. Alright. Brayflox's long stuff. Tongue flax of waste grippy reaching ears of Brayflox. Uplander has come for Tasty fresh gobby treats? Oh, fuck me. I am not reading the goblin speak. I unreservedly hate goblins. And the fucking Heavensward made sure of that by making an entire raid about what I assume is a joke. He wants me to get cheese. They want me to get cheese. That's all that this is about. They just want cheese. I guess I haven't really looked at Mommelja Sophist on this lake. A Ragnite at Bronze Lake. Death Gaze at Central Cloud. Velociraptor, Outer Lenosha, Southern Thanalan, Fallen Wizard, Coerthas Central Highlands, Snow Wolf Pub. Really? This takes you all the way to Coerthas? I guess these are until level 40, right? So yeah, Vorderiga, Hipposurf, and a Grid. Yeah. Okay. Mommelja Sophist. Oh, well. I don't know. Hello. My equipment is pretty rough. Kinda need the gear from this. Man, now that they've updated the dungeons to all like every chest gives you an item of that is valuable instead of a random potion. Kinda nice, honestly. Rude ass reflux. I remember when people didn't really know how this worked, and they would get so butt mad about fucking reflux, like cleaving them, as though it was like the tank's fault. It was classic. Infantry. Looking for me. I forget, honestly. I genuinely haven't gotten Brayflocks as a dungeon in literal years. Which is kind of a shame, because I don't think it's a bad dungeon. It actually is, like, extremely nostalgic to me. This is, like, one of the, like, earliest dungeons that I, like, remember very fondly, because I was starting to get a bunch of abilities for my class. Felt kind of good. I thought there was, like, chest under one of these. After this dungeon, I'm probably going to call it. Man, at what percent does this boss swap? Did they just remove that? Hey, 5% maybe? Ah, 20%. Ayatar. Hey, I was kind of hoping for one of those. This is the first, like, paladin-esque set of gear. Yeah, I can't believe how much gear I've actually got. Pretty much all the important bits. Be kind of hype if I could get, like, the pants and the gloves as well. Another level up. Oh, nice, I got sent now. Oh boy, thank you for this Rockstar Fruit Punch energy drink.
I hear it's both delicious and energizing.
Exactly. And with the new 0-calorie flavor that they just released, it's
Drink it without guilt.
you can drink it with 0 guilt. Not sponsored by Rockstar, but hey, if they're listening. Yeah, honestly, send it over. I need a pallet. Jake, go through this like you wouldn't believe. Forgot that this boss fight takes literally 1,000,000 years.
Such a big dragon, buddy.
Yeah.
Big dragon friend.
I actually don't think that you kill this one. I think he gets away with like 5% health.
Oh, star screen technique.
Mm-hmm. Ow. Oh wait, this ninja probably wants to kill me. Oh right! I'm an idiot! I forgot! The main mechanic of this boss fight is that you have to pull him out of the poison or else he heals. No wonder. Or do you actually kill this one? Perhaps? No, I guess you do. Ah, that nice refreshing crack of the Monster Fruit Punch. This is pure 0 energy drink. Alright. Another player commendation. Who'd have guessed? It's almost like people almost just automatically just give it to the tank for some reason. Can any of this stuff even hold the materia? Not really. Alright, well, that's going to be where I cut it off today. Going to be where I cut it off. Holy shit, I can't speak. But that's fine. Because I have friends over, and I'm going to go play Space Engineers.
Oi!
Alright, I got the cheese from the Goblin Cheese Illuminati, and now I can turn it in to a person to throw a party. That is legitimately what is happening in the story.